There we go. Man, you didn't hear anything I was saying. I was saying that I practically slept all day. And then I woke up, ate dinner, and then fell back asleep again during Saturday Night Live. Did you watch Saturday Night Live? I'm about to put on my Crest White strips. I thought, you know what? Since I'm like putting my face in front of a few thousand eyes every week, might as well make these teeth white. Because they're not white, look. You can see the yellow. Oh, you want to really freak out? Let me show you just... I got this UV light. Dude, you're going to trip out. Hold on. It's right here. Crest White strips. I shouldn't even show you this. It's kind of not good. Whatever, it's just us, right? Alright. Hopefully I remember to delete this later. Can you see how it's yellow? Or here, I think I need to turn this light off. The sound's working now, right? Alright. Let's apply these things. How does this work? These are different than the other ones. I had the 1 hour express ones that I was using, and now I have, I guess, the 3D white strips. It says to stretch them out. You guys are you guys are use these? This is my first time. I got a kit from Costco. I'm gonna take you guys into the garage, show you what I got going on. What are you guys up to? I guess that's a dumb question, right? Watching live streams. This one's bigger than the other ones. Oh yeah, man. The smoke's been a trip, like, for the last few weeks, don't you think? Did you see the smoke today? It was looking, you could see it, like, over to the west, you can see during the sunset. Just like, you can just tell that it's smoke out there. Well, but what did you see? What do you mean it was a trip? What did you see? Alright, so you're supposed to leave this on for 30 minutes. I'm making sure it's like staying in place. Here, let's go out to the garage. Throw this away. It looked like the fire was about to jump the hills? No way. That's crazy. Hey, Rick. Yeah. I'm doing it for you, Rick. No. Doing it for you. I was taking pictures and I got a look at my teeth and I was just like, ew, gross. Like, seriously, my teeth looked gross. So I thought, you know what? For you guys, what am I doing? I'm gonna turn on the light out here. I'm gonna show you guys. I already showed you all this stuff. Well, not all of it, but just show you what I've got going on for my van. So you probably already know about my solar panels. They're really thin, so that and they're almost, they feel indestructible. Like I could totally walk on them. So I'll basically have like a solar deck. And I got 2, but I'm thinking I want to get 3. But then I've realized recently, I want to park if any time that I can. Like, especially, let's say I'm camping somewhere for like, I want to park. I'm dealing with the light. I want to park it where what am I saying? Where I can park the van in the shade anytime that I can. And then I want to have like an array of panels, like as many as I can fit and afford. I want to have an array of thin panels like these because then I can stack more of them. And then I'll have a cable, maybe a couple different size cables that I can run. And I can set the panels over in the sun while I'm parked in the shade. So then I need to use less electricity to cool the van, and then I'm getting an even better charge than what I could get from the top of my van, because, you know, the top of the van is only so many square feet, like 100 square feet or something. Whereas I might have an area next to the van where I can lay out 1,000 square. I can't afford 1,000 square feet of solar panels. But like that could be an option for me. I could lay out 1,000 square feet of solar panels and have like more electricity than I could ever dream of. And once I realized that, I've seen people do something kind of similar to that, but I've never seen anybody do it with like an extremely large array. I'm also thinking about doing like 2 battery systems, because the system that I have now, it's not going to be able to handle a huge solar array. So I was thinking about leaving the system that I'm building now, like, leave that the way it is, because I'll max that out and leave it. No guac, no. I got these little packets of guac that I could open if I want. I do have a sandwich from Italia that I'm going to eat later. So yeah, my thought is to have that extra array. Just, I can have like huge amounts of power as long as there's enough room next to me to like lay out my solar panels. And then of course, like, somebody could steal them. So I want it to be easy to put back in the van if I'm going to leave the van and I you know, so, but that just seems like the most genius way to do it. Let's see, what else do I have? Okay, so here's like my solar stuff is down here. I haven't even opened that yet, so there's no point in looking at that. But I have something that I'm really excited about to show you. So I don't know if you guys have seen my counter. This is my counter. I'm really excited to put this in. Like, I'm hoping this will be like the next thing that I do, because I don't have water. Set up my water system on my counter. See that little pink streak that I put in there? And then I'm going to go with this sink right here. You know what? Let me set this down so I can show you what I'm doing. Alright. Gotta move all this shit. It's all in the way. Everything is in the way. I haven't been working on the van at all lately. At all. Oh, I still got in this box. I got so much stuff here. I have all this stacked up on here, kind of to protect it. Alright. There it is. Look at this thing, man. Alright. This is my sink. Isn't it nice? It's like the perfect size. The sink in the house is like a double sink like this. And the double sink in the house is basically two of these. So I'm used to using this size sink here at home. It's the same, it's what I'm used to. And I just love this thing. I really like it a lot. It's black, granite composite. Yeah, I'm excited. Wait, why is it staining right there? Look. It's got like a weird stain right here. Just doing that. I like my sink. What's happening to it? Oh, it's from the box. Alright. Oh, you could stain this? Well, I won't be living with junkie people, that's for sure. Not my thing. What am I gonna do here? Set this down like that. Yeah, so that's what I got going on. Oh, I got foam. This is closed cell foam that I got. Because, you know, a lot of heat comes through the ceiling. The sun hits the roof of the van. And so this is going to be another extra layer of insulation. This is for a car headliner. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat my ceiling with this foam. It's big enough to cover the whole ceiling. And this is like some of the best insulation on the planet, especially for my application. Even though it's only a 1/4 inch. And then I have a sheet that's like this like psychedelic design. And that's going to be like a headliner. I'm making the headliner instead of like a painted ceiling. It's going to be better for acoustics, I think. Because acoustics are going to be really important because I want to, like, you know, do video and record sound. So I don't want to have a lot of hard surfaces in that small space, it's going to be real echoey. Let's see, what can I do? Oh, might as well sit out here, talk to you. Ooh. Welcome to the garage. Wow, there's only 3 of us. This is cool. Did you guys see my TikTok? My first TikTok post, I got like 80,000 views already, and I just posted it. Crazy. Psyched about that. I wasn't even gonna do TikTok. And now I'm just like, man, why didn't I do that a long time ago? Oh. What's up with that JJ account always trolling your channels? I don't know. I really don't. You know what though? Like, it's good to have viewers, I guess. I don't know. It's a complicated thing, right? Like, some people just have issues, you know what I mean? Like, if I had a meetup and all of a sudden somebody came up and he's like, hey, yo, it's JJ. And it's like, oh, you. Like, the fact that they even showed up at the meetup means so much, right? So it's kind of like, I don't know, like I've gone through so much like improvement in my life, like improving myself. Like when I look at who I was years ago, it's like, damn. Like I've always been, like, I think, like a nice person, to my dismay, to my detriment. But I don't know, I've made a lot of mistakes and I've learned from them. So, I try not to be too hard on people. Blanco Sinks. They are the #1 granite sink company. Oh, okay. Dude, check out my... So I have a black sink, right? Black countertop. And a really awesome friend got me my faucets. And I can't believe it. You know how things are? So I saw this faucet. I'm searching and searching Amazon. And every sink, like Lowe's, Home Depot, like anywhere where I can buy a sink, I'm searching and searching for months. I've been doing this van build since February. And I've been taking my time trying to find like exactly what I want. I'm going to show you. So I searched forever. And I'm like, why are some sinks $800 and some sinks like $40 or $50? I don't know. So I finally found a sink that I thought was, like not even the price. Like if I found the perfect sink and it was $1,000, I was prepared to buy that sink. Like I really want a touch sink, but I think those need to be plugged in. Like I need to do more research on touch sinks before I can figure out if I can actually make that work in a van. Because I don't know what the power consumption, what kind of voltage it needs. Like it's just something I need to work out. And there's so many things I have to do on this van, so I want to just get a sink that I really like. And so I'm just looking at the pictures, nothing else. And I finally find the perfect sink because, the van, There's not a lot of space in there. So to have this big like gooseneck of a sink doesn't make sense to me. It's like taking up space that it doesn't need to take up. So this is the sink that I have found and I like. And a really cool friend got it for me. And so this is the trippy thing about this sink. Is like I just search for a sink. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use this mounting base. I'm just going to go the round part straight into the wood. I think that's just a cleaner look. What else is here? I don't know how this works. And trip out. I had to order this into Nevada because they wouldn't take this to California. You can't get this sink in California. It came off Amazon. And it's got like, you know, the pull out part. So you can pull out. I always pull out. So yeah, I'm so psyched about this sink. Oh yeah, so the crazy thing about this sink is since I finally decided on this sink, I've noticed this sink in like every band tour that I've watched since. The Van Kooks have this sink. Love the Van Kooks, my favorite. They're my favorite people in van life, I think. The Kooks, man. They're like, I don't know, man. They eat good. That's like important to me. They're always going on these like cool hikes. All their friends seem to be like super chill. They're super chill. They remind me of my family up in Oregon. So, you know, I feel like we're family already. Me and the Van Kooks. And they have the slogan, Adventure Before Dementia. Come on, dude. Like, how dope is that? So, let me set this down. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so that sink. So Jared Tachi just did a really cool van tour, and this guy, his van interior was all poplar, and he had spaces. Like it was all, the wood had spaces between it, and it was like black wood, you know, like it looked like stripes. So that van tour, guy was a photographer. I can't remember the guy's name. It was a sprinter. He had that sink. And that was just recently. I was noticing a YouTube channel, Glorious Life on Wheels, which is she bought a van from Nomadic Customs. She had them do the inside, and they're like the best company for having van builds done. Yeah, Adventure Before Dementia. They spell adventure with an A at the end, too, which is cool. So yeah, so Glorious Life on Wheels, she has a YouTube channel where she cooks. Her van is the same kind of thing. She has the granite sink with the black countertop with this same faucet. And I swear I've seen that faucet in more places. Like a lot of van people have that faucet. But you see how it just like comes, it's just a 90-degree angle, like up and over. Like none of this like big sink stuff. Because, you know, if you get a big gooseneck sink, pretty much it's the same thing. You know, you like the faucet's here and the neck's here. And then it goes up like this. Whereas mine, it just goes up over. So you don't have this like wasted space above the sink for the stupid faucet. I also like this faucet because it's just like low key. I like everything to be subtle and not like too extravagant. I like extravagant, subtly extravagant. What else have I got going on here? Oh, I just cracked my back. Did you hear that? Oh man, feeling pretty good right now. So I realized something like carbs. Like, you know, people say carbs are bad and stuff. Like, dude, no joke, man. Like, and I do think it's all about moderation, like they say about everything. You know, like one slice of bread isn't gonna be terrible. But like I got this deep dish pizza. We have a couple Chicago style deep dish pizzas spots in the valley now. Paxi's, which you've seen in these videos, and there's another spot I'm gonna have to check out, Geno's East. Which Geno's, that's right up there with Illuminati's in Chicago. Like that's like one of the OG deep dish pizza spots. So yeah, so we got some deep dish pizza. So, and I love deep dish pizza. I like New York pizza. I love all pizza. You know, I mean, if I had to pick one, definitely New York pizza is, you know, but that's stupid when they say like, oh, if you can only eat one more kind of pizza for the rest of your life, like, that's just not realistic. So, yeah, but they're different. They're not even the same thing, you know? Like New York pizza and Chicago pizza, they're so different. Like, sure, like similar ingredients, but like a whole different experience. Like Chicago pizza, the depth of the flavor is just, oh, but it's so heavy, so many carbs. And then cheese too, you know. Cheese is not the best thing to eat, like health-wise. I love it though. So I find myself eating way too much carbs and way too much cheese. And so when I overdo it, which is like often, I like hurt my back, sometimes immediately. Another thing that hurts my back is like any kind of alcoholic cocktails, sugary drinks like Gatorade. If I just drank Gatorade right now, my back would just be like, oh. So sugar is not good either. And then, but just recently, so I had that Paxties, right? And then I ate the leftover Paxties like the day after, like 2 days after. But I had there was so much stuff that was going to go bad in the fridge. So I ate this Kishka. You probably never heard of Kishka. Oh yeah, I have some stress, but I'm actually doing a lot better. Lasagna. So much better than lasagna even, and I love lasagna, but yeah, I see what you mean. Team New York. Dude, have you been to Joe's Pizza, Jordan? Joe's Pizza is the bomb, dude. The bomb. The best pizza, I think, in the valley. Like, I love it. It is so good. Just the texture, like, oh, it's the best. So, oh my gosh, I lost track of what I was talking about again. Oh yeah, dude, Joe's. Dude, when I go to Joe's, all I want is just cheese pizza. Like, oh, I do like to try the white pizza, and I'll even if that Sicilian thick one comes out, and that's not like as good as Chicago, not even close. But if the Sicilian comes out of the oven fresh, I'll definitely get a piece of that. But the Sicilian only fresh, like it has to be fresh. I don't want it any other way. It's too bready. Shoot, what was I talking about before? I was talking about pizza. Oh yeah, carbs, back pain. So yeah, so my back pain, I notice when I eat certain things, I get it kicks in a little bit. So, but when it's really bad, I'll wake up and I'll just feel all out of whack. And what happened to me yesterday is I woke up and my neck felt like I had a pull in my neck, you know, kind of like when you sleep wrong on your pillow or something. But I think it's because I ate so much. It was actually the day before yesterday, I think, and it's taken me a couple days to finally start to feel better. But I am. My neck's cracking now, and I'm feeling better. That's what happens for me. Like I'm always cracking my neck and loosening, trying to stay loose throughout the day. When I'm having a bad day and I wake up in some pain, like I go to try to crack my neck and do my thing, and it just won't. It's just all tight and sometimes literally in pain. And so that's what I was feeling like right in here, like all this pain. So I've been like keeping track of when I feel the pain. And I've noticed that it's when I eat too many carbs and cheese, and I eat it too late. Like literally like eat it and then fall asleep with like a super full stomach. And it seems like a big part of that is if I'm going to eat that much food, I'm going to need to drink quite a bit of water after to like help my system. Like I got to get fuel, like I got to lubricate the system, right? To help all that kind of flow through. Because like, you know, when you're dehydrated, your all your body systems require fluid and like blood to pump through them and stuff, and different enzymes are being released. And if you're dehydrated, it kind of bogs down everything. Your liver, your kidneys, you know, your heart, like everything is being strained by the lack of water. So I fall asleep with all this food in my stomach that's like not the easiest to digest. That's really going to need, you know, more water because it's going to dry me out. Especially like the salty, you know, when you eat salty food, it kind of dries you out. You need more water at that point. Your body absorbs a lot of water. So yeah, so then I wake up in pain. But at least I'm able to like narrow it down. Oh, Fat Saws. Where, Encino or Hollywood? Dude, I still haven't been there. I went there once when they were only in by Tommy Taco, which I don't think is even there anymore. You know, UCLA. So I went to Fat Saws in UCLA because my friend told me, go to Fat Saws, get carne asada fries. So I order the carne asada fries, and I'm waiting there right by the window, and they never call me. And I walk over finally after like 15 minutes, and I'm like, hey, I'm still waiting on those carne asada fries. And they're like, oh, I called you. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I was right here next to the window. Like, yeah, I called you. I'm like, oh, okay. And he gives me the fries, and they were literally cold. So he gave me cold carne asada fries. They were terrible. Because you know fries are only good fresh. Like, I can't believe they even gave me that. Like, that's just crazy. So, oh gosh, tonight, I need to make the video for this channel. Something happened tonight. Actually, I have an interesting video to make. Not super interesting. Go to the Hollywood location, Boglet. Yeah? You want to go with me, Jordan? Let's vlog. Dude, that location is supposed to be in, not as Fat Saws, but it's supposed to be in the sequel to Coming to America, which they were working on like 5 years ago. Trying to figure out where I can set stuff. Yeah, dude, let's do it. I've been wanting to go to Fat Saws. I'm not sure what day. I didn't know there was one in Alhambra. Yeah, there's one in Encino. That's the closest one to me. But yeah, I'm down to go to the Hollywood one, and probably more action there. Oh. What was I keep losing track of what I was thinking about. Oh, there was one in Alhambra before Anywhere? I didn't know that. I thought the UCLA one was the original. One time I picked up a passenger, and he was they were coming out of Dantana's, Beverly Hills, and well, West Hills, but you know, like when you're outside of Dantana's, you could see the sign that says you're entering Beverly Hills. So I picked this dude up. Seems like a cool dude. He's talking about like 4-wheel drive trucks, and I had to drive him all the way to like Glendale or Burbank. It was a long drive. So this guy, he gets in my car from Dantana's, and he's like, "Yo, you heard of Fat Saul's?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Those are the guys that own it." And there was these like 3 big dudes, like large guys, that were walking to their cars. And he was like, "Yeah, those are the guys that own Fat Saul's. I was just having a meeting with them." I'm like, "Oh, wow." Whatever. We as Uber drivers, we have these like cool stories like that, but they're like, you know, rarely do they get much cooler than that, you know? It's like you drop the people off at the cool ass party, but nobody actually invites you in. You know? I mean, I have had groups of people try to invite me into their parties, but just like little house parties. Nothing like, you know, mansion party in, you know, the hills. Nothing like that. Like I used to think all the time though, like, damn, like I used to actually on Saturday nights I would try to dress in at least a nicer one of my nicer t-shirts, and I'll try to like, you know, dress the way I like to wear t-shirts a lot, even if I'm going out to like a club or something. So like I tend to on Saturday nights to dress a little nicer when I was rideshare driving, because like you just never know. Like I always had this fantasy that I would pick up a girl or maybe a group, and then one of them be like, or like offer to be like one of their dates to the party. You know, it's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to a party," and then like so and so, like, and then one of the girls like give some indication that she wish she had like a date to bring, and I'd just be like, "Yeah, dude, I'm down. I'll be your date." And then just like not work the rest of the. That would actually be hard. Like some Saturday nights are cracking, right? So that would be kind of hard to actually walk away from earning that money. She better be like a pretty awesome chick. But then again, too, like you could always just go in and then just, you know, feel out the situation. Like at whatever point you're just like, "Oh, okay, this chick's like a total brat," and then you can split and go back to work. You know, except for not when we're employees, right? When we're employees, we can't do that. We'd have to finish our shift. Damn. I'm arguing. I'm arguing for Part 22 now. I never thought that would happen. What the hell? It's like, damn, if this chick wants to hang out, I need to be able to log out. You know what though? We will have a way to log out, because like if you're doing a 4 to 6 hour shift, and all of a sudden like you really need to go to the bathroom, or you feel sick, like you're gonna throw up, like it happens, right? We're gonna have to have some way that we can like stop picking up people, you know? Like I don't know. A lot with the new system, like if we become employees, there's gonna be a lot of stuff to work out. The hat? I'm not really into the hat. Are you talking about with the pastrami? The only thing I like about that place is like the food is good. Like it's fresh and it's tasty. But that place is so cheap. And cheap food is great. Like I'm trying to not stop saying like all the time. Ugh. Off the line head option in the app. Should be a have to go offline head. Like use the head. The hat, yeah. Yeah, I mean the hat's good. It's okay. Like they definitely have some good pastrami. It's nice. It's like thin, the thin sliced. But honestly, like that place isn't even on my list. Like there's too many good places to eat. So I suppose if I was seriously like trying to save money, like very serious about saving money, then I'd probably eat at the Hat because that place is amazing value. You get so much food for your money. I don't even know how they do it. Because you're always drunk when you end up there. You know, I don't really drink. I will, but I don't. I think it's time to take these off, but I feel like they're still doing something. If you speak Spanish, they'll hook you up. Yeah. Yeah, dude. My friend calls it the Mexican hookup. He's Mexican. He's like, dude. And he doesn't even speak Spanish though. But he still he still gets better treatment than me. One time I went to Mexico, went to Mazatlan, like this was years, so many years ago. Like I was like 18. And one of our friends spoke Spanish. And oh my god, like that made the experience so much better. Like everywhere we went, like we had our an interpreter, right? Like, and he was like our friend that spoke Spanish was like the coolest dude ever. So yeah, it just made the whole experience amazing. Orale. Dame más pastrami. Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down. You ever go to Brent's? Brent's has the bomb pastrami, like for real. Bomb pastrami, bomb rye bread. That's right by my house. We also have a pastrami place right here that's been open longer than I've been alive. At Plummer and Reseda. What's the name of that place? I can't believe that place is still there. Like I don't even go there. That's crazy. Is it still there? Like that's crazy. Dude, that place has been there forever. They're about to open a Norm's across the street. I don't know if they are going to open a Norm's though, because they had this sign out saying that Norm's was going to be there, but now the sign's gone, and I haven't seen any construction happen on that corner where Acapulco used to be. It's just halted construction for months now. And we were all excited about Norm's moving in there because that's another cool place to eat where the food is not like the greatest, but it's so cheap. It's nice to have those kind of places around where, you know, especially like a restaurant, right? Because restaurants, like by the time you tip and everything, it's like you end up spending all this money. What kind of washer you hiding? Oh, the washing machine? A direct drive Whirlpool? Yeah. Yeah, it's a Whirlpool. It's an Ultimate Care 2 with a porcelain basket and a matching dryer. I don't know if it's a direct drive though. I doubt it. It says it's quiet, a quiet model, so maybe it's a belt drive. I don't know. I don't know much about washing machines. Why is that a wow? Oh, really? Yeah, this thing's been let's see. My dad got this. I helped my dad pick one out. He was like asked me to help shop for him to like figure out which one to get. And I don't even remember where he got it. I'm trying to think when this was. At least 15 years ago. At least. Maybe more. 15 to 20 years ago that was purchased. Yeah, it's a good one, you know. It's reliable and it's got all kinds of settings on it. You can change the water level. I can't believe it shouldn't even be legal to sell a washing machine that you can't change the water level on it. Because, you know, we have a shortage of water here in California. So if we don't need to use a full washing machine of water, like we could save a lot of water by turning it down. So this thing's dope. Yeah, definitely. You know your washing machines because that thing has been so reliable and such a good washer. Like everything about it. Like oh my gosh, can't believe I'm going on about this washer. Oh yeah, you want to watch it load? Dude. It's not the washing machine load that you want to watch for excitement. Did I mention I started an OnlyFans? Oh my gosh. I'm looking to see. Oh, you know what? I do have stuff I want to wash. Let's do it. Or do I want to do this right now? I don't know. Yeah, I should. Okay. Let's see. I have a bunch of towels I need to wash. I should put you guys up here. Whoa. I get this right. Yeah, you can't see it. Nah, they won't wake up. We're in the garage. Alright, that's pretty good. Some more light in here. Yeah, if that light falls, it will not be fun. Alright, there we go. Alright, get this thing going. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Dude. That was crazy. Oh my god, I can't figure out where to set this. Damn it. Alright, later, Jordan. Thanks for coming on. Dude, we gotta go to Fat Sal's. I'm totally down. Let's see. There we we go. It's the best I can do. This'll work, right? Yeah, laundry's not interesting enough, I know. Sorry, Jordan. He's like, peace. That's my cue. Oh, really? So I'm gonna get new subscribers for this? Dope. Alright. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with a medium to large. And I'm gonna do warm because I'm doing towels. No extra rinse. Okay, cool. So, you know my email, right? It's Dave's Way at or Instagram, whatever. Or not Dave's Way. Dave's Way, if you know that one, but Dave the Uber Slave at Gmail. All right, so let's see. I'm just doing towels. This is the Cadillac of washers, really? It's not even digital. I have another towel that I gotta bring out. This is the way I like to take out the softener. And I have the softener sitting right here. I just squirt a little in there and then pop it back in. And I gotta grab this other towel. I'll be right back. Yo! Alright. The last of the best? Really? Man. So now, how does this genre work? What do we do now? We just watch it wash? One more time. See how it looks in there? Ooh, look at the setting. Setting good. The Tide. Tide's doing its job. What should I do about the sensor? The pros find a way to bypass the lid sensor? Damn it, I think it's in there. That's not easy to do. It's like in there. Yeah, the lid sensor is not very accessible. The pros are crazy. One thing I could do is I could disconnect. I could disconnect the lid. Even that doesn't look easy to do though. But if I take the lid off, we're good. They don't mess around. ASMR washing scene, I love it. That's funny. Oh my gosh. The pros in the ASMR washing scene. Dude, there's no like comfortable place to sit out here. I go in here, I end up waking people up. You know what though? My battery's low. I'm gonna have to charge. Gotta go in my room. I know. Did you hear Lenny saying night night? Rig the Maytag Neptune front load to run with the door open, everything sloshing around. Wow. That's crazy. Dude, the stuff that's on YouTube, I trip out when I see like stuff like that on YouTube and they're getting like way more views than me and I'm just like, what the hell am I doing? Like here I am thinking I'm making like a great YouTube video and nobody even cares. And then like the easiest channel that seems like it seems like real easy to do ends up getting tons of views. Alright, it's time to take off my my white strips. They've been on for way too long. Over an hour. Or an hour. What? You could save your old... That's weird. Why would you want to save your old suds, though? Is that a good thing? I guess. I mean, if you're trying to be, you know, not wasteful. Because soap, I think soap's like one of the things that's destroying the environment. All the soap going out into the ocean. Do my teeth look whiter? Water shortages. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right? You can wash multiple loads, especially like what if you wash like a load of whites and the water's basically clean still after you're done washing them. Why not use that water again? Look at my teeth. I don't know, they still look pretty yellow. Oh. Stuff goes in stinky, out stinky, really? There's this video playing on my TV right now about um, it's about growing nutrients for growing plants. Wow, so old washers are the way to go. That's crazy. I had no idea. I've always liked this washer ever since my dad got it. I want to go out to the van, but I need my phone to charge a little bit. Wow, this is really interesting. Wow, speed queens aren't good? Those are the ones in the laundromat, right? Wow. Why? I don't understand. Why are they not good anymore? Wow, that sucks. We have a mom and pop spot in the valley. It's called Watt Appliance. Harley Smith. This guy's dope. Ooh, that stuff. There's an ad here for some kind of nutrient. Ooh, that's not here. There it is. Weight Max Crystal Bloom. Hmm. New HE washers all push water through clothes instead of moving clothes through water. Oh, really? Oh, so that's what it is. It's the high efficiency designs. Yeah, I went to Lake Tahoe when I was a kid. It's been a while. It's a big lake, I know that. Why why you ask? Do you live up there? I definitely want to go up there when I get my van going. Yeah, John. It's my boyfriend. He's cute, huh? Now I'm watching this. It's like some. He's saying some interesting stuff. I'm watching this. Uh, what do they call this? Webinar. It's like a webinar about um, nutrients for plants. It's interesting. He's saying stuff about like how calcium can prevent powdery mildew. Interesting stuff. Oh yeah, you live in England, right? Yeah. I feel the same way about my band. It's like all these things I want to do, but at the rate that I'm building it, it ain't gonna be for a while. Oh, my TikTok. It's Dave the Uber Slave. I got a TikTok that has 80,000 views. My first TikTok. I got 80,000 views. I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't think it's smoky up there right now. I don't know though. There is a lot of smoke. I noticed smoke like over the coast. I was looking to the west during the sunset, and you can see the smoke. It's just like everywhere. Yo, Genjoy, what's up? Yeah, I should do that, right? I should take like my most popular Uber videos and go put them on. There's this viewer. I don't know if she still watches, but this girl, Jen, she's like down here and she's in Vegas, and I told her I want to hang out, and we were like chatting, and she was telling me you should start a TikTok. This was like in February. No, this was like in November of last year. And I was like looking at our messages and I was just like, "Oh, dude, like you knew what was up way back then. Like why didn't I listen to you?" And so that's what I was working on is making them for TikTok. The only thing is I have to figure out something about my editing program cuz TikTok is this way. So I need to figure out how I can move like the I want to be able to edit in a way. I think I figured it out actually today because I'm trying to make a TikTok about using um, what are these things? The white crust white strips. And so I was working with some of the footage and I figured out how to turn it. It's the opposite. It's instead of 16 by 9, it's 9 by 16. Yeah, you're so right though, John. What about the OnlyFans? The OnlyVans though. Let's talk about that. I started OnlyVans, a Reddit subreddit, and a Facebook group. But only a few people joined up, and nobody's posting anything yet. But I'm thinking like, if I get any kind of traction and people actually do like post their van stuff on there, it'll be really cool. I think it's a funny name, OnlyVans. I love it. Oh, that's right. I was live streaming that. Yeah. Part in the in the video that I made, I'm like, it seems like I'm just talking out loud, but I was actually talking to you guys. Yeah, isn't it crazy that that video got 1 million views? I want to make a video that gets 1 million views. That's money right there. Honestly, like I need help, dude. Like I need to like get into the right frame of mind or find somebody that just knows. It's hard though. It's hard. I see the people that are successful, they basically they find something that works and then they just keep doing the same thing. I've found like different things that worked. I was thinking about like finding kids and like doing like fake videos now. Like for a long time I thought that would be like the worst thing ever. But I'm starting to think like, man, what if I were to just find some kids and be like, yo, you guys want to make a YouTube video? Like even if they're like, just 18, 19, 20, and you know, do do something really dramatic or I don't know. I don't know, man. I know I wanted to cancel. I was like, dude, this is not worth it to drive all the way up here. You know what's crazy about those types? Like, there's also those kids in Beverly Hills that were calling me names, and there's those kids outside of Chick-fil-A in Northridge that were calling me names, and it trips me out how many people want to tell me that I was wrong in those videos. Like, why are you wasting your time? It trips me out. I'm like, what? First of all, I'm just like, how did this person think that I was wrong? Like, I was totally chill. I was following the rules. And the other party was literally like cussing me out and calling me names and acting like children. And I was being, I was just I wasn't tripping at all. But I was the one that was wrong. But they never say why I was wrong. They just say that I was wrong. Like, so I'm just dumbfounded that anybody would have that opinion. And I just assume, well, they're probably just thinking um, like they're probably looking from the kid's point of view, and like if some driver wouldn't pick them up, that would piss them off. But like I didn't make the rules. I want to be fingerprinted so I can drive everybody. You'll have to do like part one, two, three, etc. Pay them in V-Bucks. How's your mom and dad? Oh, why? Because you can only do a certain length on TikTok? How long, how many seconds do you get on TikTok? Um, I mean, some of my videos, like, I could cut them down. Like, I've had a lot of people complain on YouTube that my videos are too long, that I should be cutting them down further. But, people say a lot of stuff. It's hard to take any of it seriously when people seem like they're complaining. Yeah, mom and dad are good. We ate Senor Sol Mexican food. Oh, dude, I gotta make the video on that. I'll just tell you about it and then you won't even have to watch it. So, my dad had a late lunch. And normally he would come in like around 5:36 and be like, "What's for dinner?" And so he didn't tonight, and it was late. So I went and talked to my mom, and she's asking me like, "What do you want to do for dinner?" And I got on Grubhub. I have the Grubhub app installed, but I'm going to delete it. Grubhub sends out these perks, so it was save $7 if you order from Senor Sol. So I ordered from Senor Sol, and I put in the thing, please give me, I'll show you the receipt. I wrote in the thing, well, you guys trust me. You can see it on the receipt. Please bring red and green salsa. So I see the guy is driving the long way around. He's like driving, like, Senor Sol is about 1.25 miles down Reseda. So he drives down Nordoff, up Wilbur, down Devonshire, makes a left onto Reseda, like totally double the distance of just driving up Reseda. And then I come outside because I know he's close, and I see a car come around the corner, and then he stops, like way short. He doesn't know where my house is. And then he sees me. And then he gets the bag of food, pulls it across him, and then holds it out his window. And then he drives up to me with my food hanging out the window. I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with these people, man? I've heard these stories about how some of these delivery people are terrible, but I couldn't believe it. I was just like, dude, this dude really just did that? And so I get the food inside. It's cold. And there's no salsa. And I'm shocked. I'm legit shocked that there's no salsa. Like, how is this possible? Let's see if I clean the lens if that helps. Like, seriously, no salsa? I'm still pissed. So then I tell Grubhub, there's a thing, and it's hard to figure out what to do. You go into help, you can't select any of the things that you think would be the right thing to select. You got to just go into like get extra help, and then you can chat with somebody in the typing, like texting. And so I tell them what happened, and they're like, sorry, and then they give me back the tip. There was like a $5, almost $6 tip. So they give me back the tip, but then they wouldn't do anything else. Like, I had to just eat the food without salsa. And I mean, to me, that is so bad. Like, so bad. Like, I don't want to eat Senor Sol without salsa. Like, I would rather just not eat than have to eat it without salsa. Like, that's how important the salsa is. Like, I'm trying to think, like imagine, I mean, this is not even as bad, but imagine if you ordered McDonald's for delivery and you specifically asked for ketchup and the ketchup didn't come. Like, I don't want to eat my fries without ketchup from McDonald's. Like, I need the ketchup to go with the fries. Or else I almost don't even want the fries without the ketchup. It's kind of like that. I mean, like, and they wouldn't have somebody bring me salsa. Like, that's like a huge mess up. And it really turns me off to delivery. I don't know how Uber Eats, like, obviously I'm not going to order anything on Uber Eats because Uber deactivated me. So, is that wrong of me? Like, I don't want to have anything to do with Uber until they figure their shit out. Like, they shouldn't have deactivated me. I really believe that. And if they think that they did the right thing, well, I would like to know why. And they won't even tell me that. So, I don't want to have anything to do with Uber ever again. Like, I want Uber to die a slow death. Or actually a quick death. I just got a text. Never mind what. Weird. Alright, so what was I talking about? I think it was when I really cut back driving. Yeah, deactivating Geo, you're right. Geo was such a good driver. Like, I know he was. And I think, and Geo is the reason, and like other things, but Geo is a big part of it, is why I think that somebody said that I was under the influence, because I got 2 reports, and I don't remember if they were both on Uber, but I got 2 reports, and I think they were both on Uber. Like the first year I did rideshare, people said that I was under the influence. And what I've heard is on your 3rd report, no matter when it is, they dump you. And so even though it was 3 years later, I think what happened was I got my 3rd report of being under the influence because I'm driving on Saturdays late. Like that was the only time I was driving for the last year. But the weird thing about it is it doesn't make a lot of sense, you know, because if you look at my stats, like I didn't get a bad rating for a year. So I don't really know like why. I don't know, you would think, I mean, but then also like dealing with the people at Grubhub tonight and then telling them like this is like a serious problem. Like I asked for salsa and I didn't get it and you're not going to do anything about it. Like okay, so don't use Grubhub ever again. Like it's real simple to me. And I hate to be that way, but like that's serious. Like that's so serious. And the person that's supposed to be helping me tells me all she can do is give me back the tip. Like seriously? Like you know what I could have done though is I could have called the what do you call it? The restaurant. I could have called Senior Soul and I could have told them like, hey, you know, because it shows on the receipt that they had that I asked for red and green salsa and I didn't get it. So I could have told them and then also, you know, gotten aggressive and just been like, look, like all my food's going to be cold now. So I want you to make all my food over again. And who knows, they might have done it. But Grubhub wasn't about to do a thing. So that's messed up, as far as I'm concerned. So, but yeah, I guess technically it wasn't really Grubhub's fault. But then also you don't, it's weird for Grubhub delivery drivers. There was no way to give him a rating. You don't rate Grubhub delivery drivers? I'm gonna go outside. It's too quiet in here. I got a little bit of a charge. Oh shoot, I forgot the light. I forgot the light. I got that also. Oh, it's time to switch the laundry out. We're doing an AMSR washing machine stream, if you guys didn't know. Courtesy of Rick Reviews. It was Rick Reviews' idea. Oh, I need to throw this away. What are you doing? So I decided it was his idea for me to do a washing machine stream. So now I'm gonna switch it out over to the... Oh, hopefully there's nothing in the dryer. Yeah, a lot of times my mom leaves stuff in the dryer and the washer. You know, oh, it's empty. And I'll come out here thinking I'm going to wash my clothes, and I see that the machine's like full of stuff. And I a lot of times when I see that, she hasn't even started to wash it. Like if I knew that it was done, I would just move it over to the dryer for her and just let her know. But a lot of times it's just put in the washer and hasn't even started yet. Ooh. Put a dryer sheet in there. Alright. Now we can go out to the van. What? Dude, you gotta see my own. Well, maybe don't see my OnlyFans, because for my bio picture, it's a picture of me. It's a picture of my ass. Okay. You know, I think I'm just gonna sit in the Honda right now. It's more comfy. Alright. That should have helped. It's still messed up, huh? Oh, my back? It's still telling me that it's not good. Whoa, my neighbor just rolled up. Awkward. Awkward. Isn't it? Dude, it's so normal now, though, to just be like sitting talking to your phone. Like, it's not weird. Like 10, 15 years ago, if you were just sitting in your car talking, people would just be like, what the hell? Now, it's like, that's what everybody's doing. It's normal. Like, I could walk around the store live streaming, and people would assume that, well, I don't know what people would assume, but I would imagine a lot of them might assume that I'm FaceTiming. I'm so annoyed that people call that FaceTiming, because it's actually video chat. Like, how Apple can just come along and come up with a name like FaceTime, and now everybody just uses that instead. It is a cool name for it, though. FaceTime. So FaceTime. It's a cool ass name. Those a-holes had to copyright that ish. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, look at this. I got lots of pee cups. I'm ready. I won't have to stop to urinate for hours. Oh, there goes the neighbor. Can you see him? Here's the neighbor. Yeah, it does sound friendly. And it sounds cool. Video chat sounds creepy. Really? Video spy chat. That's an interesting take. I wonder if my teeth are getting whiter. Oh boy. I don't know, I'm running out of stuff to talk about, guys. Sorry. I feel like I'm getting to that boring stage. It might be time to end the stream. Tooth. I'm gonna eat in a little while, but not yet. So I would show you like my food and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that for a while. Probably just gonna get back to work on editing. I've been editing my ass off. Do a food stream. People have been saying that a lot, Alex. I would love to do more food streams. You think I should do them live? Like live food streams? I probably should, huh? Like, why not? I could do live, like, and I can record video for, you know, for my, the cool thing about doing live is like this video right now, it's not my data. The data is going straight to YouTube. So doing lives like all the time is actually a really cool thing to have. Because like sometimes I want to let my camera record for hours, but like I can't. It's too much data. I mean, there are some settings that I could put it on and I can let it run for a very long time. But it's so annoying to have a camera like constantly going, because then you have to deal with all that footage. But like if I have live streams going all the time, it's actually kind of a sweet deal, because I could, let's say something random happens while I'm recording my live stream, I could go into that footage and grab some of that footage to use in other future videos. So that's kind of cool. You know, besides just having the live stream for viewers to watch, I can even take footage from the live stream and put it into my edited videos. I like to repeat things. I don't know if you noticed. That's the one problem with live streams, is like I'm so repetitive when I talk. Like I tend to like re-explain something 3 or 4 times instead of just saying it once, because I just want to make sure I'm being clear. And when I do edited videos, I still do that, but I'm able to cut out, just pick out the one part where I said it best. Some guy, I have a video of a girl throwing up in Vegas that I was working on that video. I'm actually working on a Vegas video right now. I went to Vegas and I was interviewing drivers. I was interviewing drivers about Prop 22 because they're not in California. And surprising, well, I didn't talk to a lot of drivers. I went out to Fremont Street because that's where my hotel was late, and because I'm not really a day person, and it was actually really hard to find drivers. I saw one driver. I saw more than one driver. Only this one driver, I was able to get to him. Like he came back. Like I kind of waved him down and he came back to me. So I was able to talk to him. But the other drivers that I saw, by the time I got over to their cars, they were driving away. Vegas lives are great. Yeah, I'd like to go to Vegas again. I'd like to go to Vegas. It's pretty dope out there. I actually love Vegas. I do. I love Vegas. It'll be cool when I have this van going because, I mean, I'm not a big hotel room person. Like, I'd rather just stay in my van. And, like, you know, the good season in Vegas is, like, the winter time. Or, like, the fall. So, it'll be perfect. I won't need air conditioning. I've heard that you can park vans at some of the hotels. You could just park your van there and chill. So that would be sweet. I'll look forward to that. Go play some poker. They got dividers. The poker tables. Between the people, there's like these plexiglass dividers. So they got poker figured out. What is Pompsy? I'm trying to think what that is. Go to Cosmo with a professional camera. I did go to Cosmo. Cosmo's my spot because they have Hattie B's chicken there. But I'll never tip at Hattie B's again. I'll never tip again. They charge 50 cents for sauce, extra sauce, which is so stupid. And then when they gave me my food, the sauce wasn't there. So I told the girl, I'm like, oh yeah, like I got extra sauce. And she asked to see my receipt. And they weren't even busy. And I just thought like, dude, are you serious? You're going to ask me for my receipt? I tipped $6. Again, like tonight. I tipped $6 to this stupid place. And they want to charge me 50 cents for a stupid sauce. And then they want to see my receipt before I give it to them. Like, you guys don't deserve a tip for that. Like, you never deserve a tip. Like, seriously? Like, why would anybody tip you for that kind of service? Stupid. Pompsy's a Vegas vlogger? Oh. Never leaving Las Vegas. Jacob's life in Vegas. Never leaving Las Vegas. That's a cool name. Wow. Vegas vloggers, huh? That's cool. I was watching a poker vlogger in Vegas, and they went and played poker, and then they went to the video, and then they started explaining every poker hand that they played. And I was tripping out. I was like, damn, I trip out on poker players that remember every hand. Like, I could do that, but like, I don't really like to do that with my memory, like all that much recall, and it's just, it's too much. It's too much. I feel like it, like, I just don't have the energy for it to remember every hand. It's like, I'll just leave the past in the past, you know, because some of the hands are not, it's like not important information to remember. I guess every hand is important. You find the whole tip thing in America fascinating? So do I. I hate it, and I'll tell you why. Like, if you do come to America, like, definitely tip 15% or 20%. But the whole tipping thing pisses me off because some people, like, for the littlest reason, they don't tip. A lot of people don't tip well. Like, maybe they should have tipped like $10 and they'll leave $5, which is like, you're a terrible human being for doing that. And so I like things to be, like, I realize life's not fair, but I like things to be as fair as we can make them. And I just hate the idea that there's people going to the restaurant that aren't tipping what they should be tipping, especially when their service was satisfactory. You know, it's like, even if my service isn't the greatest, I still tip 15 or 20%. Like, somebody would really have to mess things up if I'm gonna not tip them or only tip them half of what I should have. Like, somebody really has to do something bad. I think the last time I didn't leave a tip, and I was with my mom, so she was the one paying, her and one of her friends. And I was like, you know, you guys shouldn't leave a tip. They were paying. And they were like, hell no, we're not leaving a tip. And it was bad. Like, our food was terrible. And then the person, when we were letting them know, like, hey, that there was a problem with the food, we were being totally respectful about it. And they got an attitude with us because I think they were the ones that cooked it. And so we were just like, nah, like, don't leave a tip here. Like, we're out. We're like, we're never going to come back here. The food was not okay. That place was an Italian food place in Chatsworth. That place was out of business 2 weeks later. So I think that they were going out of business. They knew they were going out of business in a couple weeks anyway, so maybe they just didn't care. And that's why, you know, the service was just a mess and the food wasn't good. It's crazy. Crazy people out there, man. Pomparelli. Chris Pomparelli. Pompsy. That's the channel name. Yeah, no one tips in Europe from what I understand. Yeah, I think that I think it should just be on the bill. You know, since the minimum customary tip is 15%, I think that 15% should be on the bill. It makes it a lot easier to, you know, nobody has to like do the math and figure out what to tip. It's like, there it is. If you want to leave a little extra, go ahead. But it's on the bill. Everybody pays the same. If you don't pay your bill, then you're committing a crime. And, I mean, I guess there's the argument, like, maybe the service wouldn't be as good if we did things like that. But there are restaurants that do that, and the service is excellent. So I think, actually, the service might be better if we did it that way, because people know they're going to be getting their tip. Nobody's going to stiff them. So they might actually give better service because of that. And not judge somebody and be like, you know what, I sense that, you know, they're not going to be a good tipper, or I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I don't freaking know. Annette Oberstadt. What? She won the main event? Annette Oberstadt. Damn, I'd like to see that. I gotta go check the ESPN app and see if that's if you can watch it. So waiters can make over $1,000 a week if people tip 15 to 20%. I mean, it all depends on the restaurant, Alex. Like, if you're working at a nice, there's some restaurants out here that are bank, and you might work a table, you might work several tables in a night that are tipping you like several $100s, just the tip. Just the tip. Yeah, look at that. Bartender, San Francisco bartender, $1,000 on a good night. West Hollywood bartenders, I've heard that there's West Hollywood bartenders that could make thousands in a night. It's crazy when you think about it. Yep. For winning an online tournament blind without ever looking at her own hand? What? How? What? That sounds insane. Oh my gosh. Good for her, man. I like to see women doing good, you know? Saturday Night Live tonight was crazy. The musical guest was saying all this stuff about, like, women and black women. And I was just like, you go. You go, girl. Get her done. You know, like I've known a lot of feminist women living in LA, like growing up in LA, like surrounded by them. And I'll tell you what, they're the coolest, man. They are the coolest. I like smart girls though, that's the thing. Like I kind of only like smart girls. Like they're the only ones that can like mentally stimulate me. Like actually have a good conversation. If I'm not hanging out or dating a girl that's like pretty smart, and I'm not saying like a genius or anything, but like, you know, one that like got good grades in school and like actually learned stuff. Because believe it or not, there's a bunch of girls out there that don't know shit about anything. Like, I was dating a girl once. She asked the guy, oh my gosh, another thing she asked. She asked the dude in 7-Eleven if smart water really makes you smart. And she was legit, like, seriously asking. She was, like, seriously curious. Like, it was not a joke. Like, she wanted to know if smart water really makes you smart. And so she asked the dude in 7-Eleven. There's so many things about that clue you in onto her intelligence level. I mean, literally, probably one of the least intelligent, one of the least intelligent girls I've ever known. And she was my girlfriend. Like, what was I doing? I hope she doesn't see this. And then another time, the same girl, she asked me, and like we're dating, so like this is not the thing you want to ask me. And she really didn't think that I'm going to think like, oh, like who came in your mouth? But she asks me, if you swallow a guy's cum, could that make you pregnant? And so, of course, I have to think like, wait a minute. Did my girlfriend swallow some other dude's cum? Like, why would she ask me that if she didn't? Like, oh my gosh. You know, like that relationship, I don't even know if it lasted 6 months. 6 months is a long time. She was fun though, as you can imagine. She was really fun. She was like really pretty too. One of the prettier girls I've ever dated. Obviously, right? Why else would I be dating a dumb girl? I hate to call her dumb though, because she's really not dumb. Like she's smart in her own ways. You know, like there's things that she understands about life that I don't get. And I think that's why we were together, because, you know, like anybody I'm dating, I feel like they have something that I'm missing and that I could like learn from them. I would never want to date somebody that's like, that I don't feel like I could learn from. No, fast food restaurant staffs are not tips. Why do bartenders and waiters get, I don't know, man. You know? I don't know. I think it's all stupid. It's all stupid freaking customs. And you know what? What's crazy about it is like a lot of people aren't even regulars at the places that they're going and they're tipping the bartenders. And like for some reason they don't want to tip their Uber driver. Like who cares about him or her? But then they'll go and tip this a-hole bartender like, you know, more than they probably should. Like maybe they should tip them like $2, but then they'll tip them like $5. And like they really care about what the bartender thinks of them, but they could care less about the Uber driver, you know? And then they don't even see the bartender again, you know? Like it's not even like their regular spot where, you know, people suck, dude. But don't get me wrong, like there are people that tip the Uber driver too, and they're very generous. You know what's crazy? Madison Ivy, she's a fairly famous adult actress, and I drove her. She was with a bunch of guys, and I drove them to a show at the House of Blues in Orange County, all the way from Venice or from Marina del Rey. And I dropped them off. This is a couple years ago. And she just like they all get out of the car, and then she kind of stumbles out of the car. She's really little, but she gives me, not that that matters, but she hands me a 20. And none of the people that she was with saw. Like a lot of times when people tip, they kind of tip like right in front of everybody. They want their friends to see them give you the tip. Well, she just slips me a 20 like all rolled up. She's like, here, you know, and all quiet, you know, and nobody saw it. And then I saw her in an interview on Holly Randall's channel. She has this YouTube channel where she talks about porn and interviews people. It's actually very good. And in the interview, after the interview, I put in the comments what happened. I'm like, I thought it was really classy that and how she tipped me without anybody seeing. And recently somebody commented on that. And so then I like clicked and I was able to see the comments again from that video from like months ago. I think it was like in April or March. And I got 56 likes on that comment. And my comments usually don't get many likes. And so I was wondering like, I wonder like how many likes other comments on this video got. And like all the other likes were like 2 or 3, maybe 4. I was the only comment that got 56 likes. And I really felt good about that. It made me think like, you know what, I need to engage in the comments more. And like on Facebook and Reddit and like really engage people, because 56 people read that to know that Madison Ivy, the porn star, is actually a very classy person when nobody's looking. And that's when it really counts. And, you know, people they look down on sex workers. And I just thought that was so cool that here you have a sex worker. And you could take the angle of like, well, shoot, like she's a sex worker. She makes money. She can afford to tip $20. But believe it or not, there's a lot of people that can afford it that don't do that. And she did. And it just, I don't know. I just think like, you know, the things that people do when people aren't looking really clues you in onto their real character. And to get that opportunity to find out that that person has real character, I think that that's just super cool thing to know about. But then, of course, like the people that read that, they don't know me. I could be lying. I could be her friend. And she, you know, you don't know what's the truth, you know. Sonic? Oh, well, yeah, but at Sonic, they like bring the food out to you, so I guess that's different. You know what, Alex, though, on your question about fast food restaurants tips, so a lot of fast food restaurants, if you pay with credit card, you'll get a tipping option. So like, so since it's not customary to tip in fast food, when I go to one of those spots that ends up giving you the tipping option when you pay with credit card, I bring cash. Because I don't want, because wait, there's always that awkward moment when they're like waiting to see if you tip or not, and it's so awkward. So if I pay for cash, I could just skip that. But then they do have like the cup for cash out there, and I often just don't even tip. If I really appreciate the place, I'll drop like $1 or $2 to like my favorite spots that I go to all the time. If it's a place that I like and I go to all the time, but I'm not always happy with the service, then I'll not tip. And then if everything goes well, I'll tip on the way out. Like just drop $1 or $2 in the cup. Yeah, $5 for popping the top off a Heineken. Isn't that crazy? So two things change my view on tipping when it's not necessarily customary. So when I was younger, I used to be the guy that tips $5 to the drink girl in Vegas, and like I realized that like that kind of pissed some people off. They would like tell me like, dude, you're tipping too much. What are you doing? Don't be stupid. And so I stopped doing that. I tip them $2 now, which is kind of crazy, right? Because 10, 15 years ago, you tipped the fucking people in Vegas $2. And still today, you tip them $2. Like, $2 isn't what it was 15 years ago. So I feel like I'm getting a good deal tipping $2 now. But I was doing this job. I was working for LA Direct Models, and they would have me pick up food at lunchtime a lot. I ended up being like one of the people that always picked up food because I knew what I was doing. Like I would get all the things, like that they needed, like the sauces, and I'm good like that. So I would pick up the food, I would bring it back, and the boss lady, she got mad at me a couple times because I left a tip. She's like, you don't tip for to-go food. And like, I used to go to Cheesecake Factory all the time when I was younger, and I would always leave a tip. And then after she told me, like, you don't tip for to-go food, and like, they would send me to Cheesecake Factory all the time. And so I stopped leaving tips at Cheesecake Factory, which I was used to. I would always leave a tip in the to-go area. And so once I stopped leaving a tip because I was picking up food for the office, that kind of gave me the green light to just stop leaving tips for picking up to-go food ever. I just thought, you know what? Like, they don't know that this is for me. I could just be picking this up for somebody. Like, I just might be a runner. They don't know that I'm the one that's not tipping. Like, and also kind of nobody even cares really anyway. So, yeah, I don't tip on to-go food anymore unless, I really appreciate the place and the people, which is rare. Oh, you're right. If 56 people liked it, 10 times the amount probably saw it. Yeah, you're right. Sex working couple get a ride with me home. Oh, wow. Cool. Oh, man. I think it's time to end the stream. We've passed 2 hours. I gotta edit this video to post tomorrow. I don't even want to do that now. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I don't leave tips, man. Like, and then, oh yeah, the other thing, I said 2 things. The other thing was being an Uber and Lyft driver.
and seeing how many people don't tip me, now I'm just like, dude, I'm not tipping anybody, unless like it's customary. I'm not tipping anybody. Like, forget it. And then when I do tip people, I'm only going to tip the appropriate amount. I'm not trying to be a show off and be like, oh, I'm going to tip you $5. Here you go. Like, nah, dude. You know what I actually liked doing? I've always liked doing for years, and it's so funny. Another testing their character. I would love, anytime I knew I was going to tip a lot, like you're going to Vegas, you end up tipping a lot. I bring dollar coins. I would always like collect, like buy stamps at the post office, whatever. You end up getting dollar coins. And so I would save my dollar coins when I would go on a trip, and I'd tip with them. And so I would drop $2, which is a sufficient tip typically, depending on what's going on. Maybe even $4 or $5. But when you drop these coins and you're like, here, and you give them the tip and you give them 2 coins, and you look them right in the face, and they get this kind of like weird look on their face. Like, oh my God, this guy just tipped me coins. Like 2 coins. And they're not used to feeling the dollar coins. So they don't realize that I just tipped them $2. They think it's like change. Because the dollar coins, like, I know what they feel like, but they are like fairly small. They're quite a bit bigger than a quarter, but they're not very big. And yeah, sometimes people would just get this funky look on their face, like, oh my God, this guy's tipping me change. And I think part of the reason why that happens is because there are like people that do that. I think I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's like super old guys would do something like that, but I don't know. There's people out there that do that. They'll just tip like 75 cents or something weird like that. Like, here you go, sonner. And so they think like that's what I'm doing to them when they feel that change, but nah, it's $2, $3, like whatever. But then I know, like, fuck that person. Like, don't even tip them anymore. They don't appreciate shit. They're people that are all about their tips are not cool. Like, even when I would drive passengers, like, some passengers, I don't know, like, what's going on with them, like, why they're not tipping. Of course, there are passengers that I can tell that they're, like, they have to be a millionaire. Where I'm dropping them off, and, like, you can just tell, like, this is their house. I'm dropping them off in, like, Westwood at this, like, multi-million-dollar home. And they got, like, a $5 ride from the yoga, and I got $2.64 of that, and then they don't tip. That pisses me off. That makes me so mad. But like, just normal people, like, I don't know why they're not tipping. I try not to, like, I don't get upset about it because I don't know, like, I've been broke before. I know what that's like. The fact that people that don't have a lot of money are even using Uber is kind of crazy. They can't afford it. They kind of, Uber's kind of trapping them. Man, that's something I could talk about in my stream. Is how Uber traps passengers.
My towels should be ready now. Dude, I can't afford car insurance. My car insurance is so much. I can't wait to get rid of this car that I have. Dude, thanks for reminding me. I need to sell my car so I don't have to pay the car insurance on it. Dude, if I just get rid of my car, then I don't have to pay the car insurance, that'll be good. I'm thinking about doing tackle. What do you think of tackle? I'm thinking that that might be the right thing for me. Tackle, and then what else? TaskRabbit. Because I'm good at that kind of stuff. Like building things and stuff. And then you can have, like, you can buy things, like tools and things, right? And have it be a deductible expense. Like, how cool would that be? Oh my gosh. I love this towel. This is a nice one. Yeah, Gio's the one that kind of gave me the idea. I noticed that he was doing that. I saw his title where he said he made $2,000 a week. Mostly TaskRabbit, I think he said. And that made me think, like, hey, you know what? That looks like a good deal. I could dig that. Like, I wonder if you're actually good at that kind of stuff. Maybe you can make even more money. Because I'm good at building stuff. That's like that's my thing. And then also, like, once you go to these people's houses and they see that, like, you work well, like, there's all kinds of things that I can do. And they might just hire me to do whatever, you know? It's like, hey, we need an electrical wire ran around the house to charge our Tesla. I'm like, dude, I could do that. I think I hear a cop pulling somebody over. All right. They're still a little bit wet, but dry enough. Oh yeah, dude. 220 is no big deal. You know, before you do anything, you turn it off. So you're safe. You know, you just got to make sure that it's off. You take a tester, turn it off, go with your tester, be like, okay, there's no current coming to this. And then you hook it up, and then you apply the power. Make sure it's all hooked up right, and then you apply the power. Yeah, I'm gonna sell the Odyssey. I want to get it out of my life. I didn't even think till now about the insurance issue. Like, I'm thinking maybe I should put it up, because if I sell it, the sooner I sell it, I can save, like, I think it's like $1,000 every 6 months to renew my insurance. I could save that $1,000. Yeah, exactly, Rick. That's how Uber traps the passenger, right? Because the expense of getting a car insurance is so big. And they don't really think about, like, over the year how much they're going to end up spending on Uber and Lyft. For the people that would have bought, like, people that use Uber and Lyft all the time, And if they didn't, they would have bought like a BMW or a Mercedes. UberX ends up being like a really great deal for them because it ends up being cheaper to just take Ubers and Lyfts everywhere than it does to get like an M3 or not an M3, um, a 3 Series BMW or even a 2 Series or a C-Class Mercedes. Uber ends up being cheaper. So that's why a lot of people in LA are just giving up their cars and just taking Uber everywhere. But some people, they need a car for like, if they're driving to Santa Barbara or the beach, or they want to just like bring stuff with them when they go somewhere. For those people, Uber doesn't totally work. Insurance for the Civic was about $1,000 every 6 months. Yeah, $550 a day on my Odyssey. It's crazy, huh? My my new van, it's a commercial van, so I have to get commercial insurance, and it's about the same just for liability, not even full coverage. It's crazy. All right, guys, it's time for me to go. I gotta be quiet in the house because it's late and everybody's sleeping. But I got the laundry done. It was cool hanging out on a Saturday night. I gotta get up and get some work done. Yeah, it's a lot of money. All right, bye, Rick. Bye, Alex. Dude, Alex, it's like crazy the time difference, right? It's already daytime. That's crazy. Mm. Oh yeah, sorry for titling the live stream the dating live stream. I wasn't actually dating. It would have been cool to just like walk out to the parking lot though and see what I could come across, but I didn't. Later. 22,000. I did liability only too. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to drive my van carefully for sure. All right, later, Rick and Alex. Have a good one.